What's going on, guys? It's your boy Laquan Copeland here, and we are back with another YouTube video. Alright guys, and you already know what today is. It's Sunday, meaning it's Storytime Sunday. And I wanted to start these Storytime Sundays to basically talk about any stories that I have for myself, past to present, and just be more open in the new year and let you guys know some insights of what happened in my lifetime. And the Storytime I was doing today was how I got fired from Kmart. And I wasn't expecting it. I kind of was, but I mean, you know, not as soon as it happened. But let's get right into it. So for starters, in my junior year, I think I was a junior in high school. I was working two jobs. I was working at Zaxby's and I was working at Kmart. Now, in my lifetime, I've had a lot of jobs. I worked at KFC, Taco Bell, Panera Bread, Walmart, Tropical Smoothie, Chicken Salad Chick, Pratt & Whitney, a lot of other places. A lot of places. I just had a lot of jobs. Let's just stick with that, okay? All right. And so, at this point in my life, I was working at Zaxby's and Kmart, and the thing was that I just quit Zaxby's for a number of reasons, and then I just started, well, I was already working at Kmart, but I was starting to work there full time. In me working there full time, you know, I was just working just to work. And one day I was working an 8-hour shift, so like typically the 8-hour shifts run from 8 to 4, or you know what I'm saying, around that way. And you know, guys, you get like a 30-minute break, and 30 minutes to an hour, whichever. And I had left my money at home and I didn't have any money on me at all. Now Kmart has this program where it's called your Shop Your Way Rewards cards, and I remember, you know, how you go about it is you type in the customer's phone number or your phone numbers, and it's like a point system based on anytime you spend at Kmart, you type in that number and points would get added to the card, right? And so I didn't have any money on break, but from me working at Kmart for that long of a time, I remember customers' phone numbers who had like $50, $60, $80 in points and stuff like that. And I was like desperate because I was like, dang, I ain't got no money, like I'm hungry, and I couldn't I felt like I couldn't call anybody. I couldn't ask, you know, you're not gonna ask the workers and be like, hey, can you give me something to eat? Can you get in there? And most of the time they was broke too, no offense, but you know, that's just what it was. And so what happened was the Shop Your Way Rewards points phone number, it was a particular lady that I remember who always came to my line. She was an old white woman, and she came to my line and she would get just a bunch of stuff, and she had like $50 worth of points. And she came to my line on just one particular day out of the week, and I remember I was like, oh yeah, she got like a lot of points, that's what's up. And then fast forward to the day where I actually needed money on the break, I was like, man, I'm gonna just have to use old lady points. And I didn't think nothing of it at the time, because I was like, you know, she got like $50, $60 worth of points, she's not gonna notice somebody just taking like $3 to $5. I really didn't, you know, but slow. And so I went and I got some white cheddar popcorn, smart food kind, and I got the Sobe water. You know, the Sobe water, that's like the pina colada. And I went and got that and the white cheddar popcorn, and I went through another associate's line. And I went in and checked out, and she was like, hey, so what's your Shop Your Way Rewards number? Generally, all the employees have one just to save up points so they have their parents. And I started telling her the number, and I told her the number, and I was telling her the old lady number with a lot of points, basically. And she's like, and she looked up the name, the lady name was like Betty something. And she was like, oh, is this your grandma? And I was like, yes, that's my grandma. And she's like, okay. And so she completed the transaction went through, and I walked on with the white cheddar popcorn and the soda water back to the break room. I ate it, got full, and I was like rejuvenated, you know, ready to work again. Not thinking nothing of it, because the total came out to be like $3.86. $3.86. Not saying it was right for me to use the lady points, but it was $3.86. So I didn't think nothing of it. 2 weeks went along, and you know, I was working at Kmart, everything was fine, everything was good. Until my knowledge, went into work one day, and they had called me to the back. It was the manager, her name was Megan, she had called me to the back. By this time, you know how you kind of feel like you know something's gonna happen, or at your job, like you know you're probably gonna get fired or something like that. That's what happened. So I was like, oh man, I hope they didn't find out. And so turns out the lady had noticed that her points were missing. Like points had went missing from her her card. And I guess because it sends out an email when somebody used the card, and I didn't think nothing of it. Like I said, I was just hungry and I was like, shit, it's whatever. And so I had basically went into the back, and she was like, hey, we had this customer come in and say that her shopping with rewards points were used, and she believed that I did it, because she was like, she just honestly chose me. I mean, I didn't know, like, she came through my line, but she just pinpointed it on me. I mean, so that's enough said. So she was like, she came in and she was very upset, and she was really upset and wanted to, you know, take out a lawsuit and take me to the police, call 911 and everything like that, over the $3. Like I said, not saying what I did was right, but $3. But I feel you. I wasn't right. That wasn't right of me to do that, you know. And so they said that basically they gave her like a $50 gift card, and she was good, but as far as my job, she was like, yeah, we're gonna have to let you go. And then they had loss prevention come in and do all the things that I technically stole. And it was like, so what all did you steal, Laquan? You know, just so, it was this nonchalant kind of dude, not nonchalant, but it was like this overly dramatic dude, like send me down, and you know, they put you in like a black room with a white light, you know, some trying to be like on some detective junk. He was like, so what all did you steal, Laquan? And I'm like, just had some popcorn, some soda. Oh, I love those soda waters. So you got you some soda water? All right, got that down. So that's $65. Did you ever take anything else from Kmart? And I was like, nah, not that I know of. Okay, I got you, buddy, no problem. So you realize I'm gonna have to let you go, right? And I was like, yeah, man. I mean, it's cool. Cause it's like, truly, what else you want me to say? I know I'm fired, so it's good. We good. And so then they was like, well, we're gonna have to walk you out, cause they don't want you to talk around to the other associates and be like, yo, I got fired, this and that, da. So truthfully, I'm thinking everything good. Yeah, I lost my job. Yeah, I stole from the lady. I vowed to God that I won't ever steal again, and I did it, and I haven't. You get what I'm saying? I was just in a mood of desperation. Come on now. And I did it, and they walked me out, and I thought everything was good. I really did. And then I would say about 2 weeks later, I looked in the mailbox. Now at this time, I didn't tell my folks that I was fired from Kmart. So what I would do, I still had my Kmart uniform shirt on. So I would literally get dressed in the morning, and I would drive to Publix, and I would sit in the Publix parking lot for like hours and just sit on my phone. Or I would just go to my grandma's house, because she don't be knowing what be going on. So shout out to Big Mama, but you know what I'm saying? I'd just be chilling over there, and I would literally sit there for hours and hours just to kill time and like send that believability that, you know, I was still working at Kmart, because I didn't just have the guts to tell my parents like, yeah, I got fired because I stole this. You know what I'm saying? And so I thought I was good, back to what I was saying. And then I look in the mailbox, and I got a letter, and it says to Laquan Copeland. So, you know, generally in high school, you don't get mail typically, because you don't have bills and other expenditures and stuff like that to get mailed to you. So I'm like, oh, you know, what is this? Like, is it a check from granddad? You know, is this some money from granddad or something, you know? And now I opened up that letter. It was like, a lawsuit has been filed against you from Georgia Law and Code 325 00, and you have been charged for the amount of by Kmart of $375 and some cents due to damages, stealing, and everything else. And I was shook. I was like, damn. I said, hold up, because I ain't never seen nothing like that before. You know, I don't ever get in trouble. So it was like, when I saw that, I was like, I'm gonna go to jail. Like, you know, I thought I was gonna go to jail. And so I had drove down to my best friend's house, and I was on her porch, and I'll never forget, I was on her porch, and I'm like, they finna send me to jail if I don't come up with like $300. Cause I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Me working at Kmart, I was only making like $200 each check. And by that time, I had blown through all that, because I had just got a new iPhone too, you know what I'm saying? And so I didn't have no money. And I was like, if I don't get no money, they're gonna send me to jail. Which in actuality, they couldn't send me to jail for real. They just would have like sent it to a collection agency, and I would have had to pay that off in some amount of time. But being like 15 15 and 16, of course, you always thinking the worst. But when I'm looking back at it now, I'm like, my nigga, come on, bro. And so I was on my best friend's porch and I was crying. I'm like, oh, go to jail. I don't know what to do, because, you know, and I'm just sitting up here thinking, she's like, well, what you gonna do? She was like, well, what you gonna do? Because at that time, you know, it's like, you ain't telling your parents? And I'm like, it's like, you know, it's like when your friends want to help you, but they can't help you either, because at that time, it's not a like time where everybody has jobs. And I don't think, my best friend didn't get her job till like a few months after that. And so it was funny because it was just like, I thought my life was over. So I went back home. And I just thought, I was like, what am I going to do? Because I'm not going to tell my mom, because I'm not going to tell my dad, because I just knew they was going to be like disappointed in me. Even though I've had a lot of jobs, out of all the jobs that I ever had, I've only been fired from 2. And that was my first one at KFC, and that was, I've only been fired from 3, okay? It's okay. Taco Bell, no, two. I'm sorry, I was laid off from Taco Bell. In a sense, that's the same thing, but it's okay. But KFC and Kmart let me go, fired me. So I was like, I gotta think of a game plan. I really gotta think of a game plan. And so literally at that point in time, that was when I was buying like a bunch of J's, a bunch of phone posits, and I regret it to this day still, because I had every pair of 14s, I had every pair of phone posits, from the Weathermans to the Spider-Mans, all the J's, from the 7s, the 8s, the 3s, the 4s. And what I started doing, I literally had sold all of my shoes on eBay. Like literally took them all, sold them all back to back, and got the money back. I got a lot of money back from selling all of my shoes. And I had enough to pay the fine and the fee. So I went and I paid the fine and I was good. But me being stupid, I left the letter like kind of like on we have like this washing machine room where our washing machine room, that's typically where our mail goes. And my mom like cleans up in there every so often. And it just never occurred to me to throw it away. And so I was like, and so she came in one day, she's like, Quan, what's this? You talking about you owe $375 from Kmart and everything like that. And I was like, yeah, I got fired. But it's cool, Mom, because I already paid all that, so it's good. She was like, why you didn't tell nobody? Like, why you didn't ask nobody? Because I had told her how I paid it, because she was like, how did you pay it and everything? And I was like, you know, I sold all my shoes. And she was like, just dumb. Yeah, and that's it, guys, and that's my story of how I got fired from Kmart and the aftermath of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Storytime Sunday. If you guys like this video, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and let me know any comments in the box. Let me know any suggestions that you guys have in the comment box below. Thank you guys so much for all your support, all the comments and support on each video. I really appreciate you guys. Let's just keep this channel growing, and I will see you guys next time. Stay blessed.